Right now, nonprofits in Wisconsin are speaking out after claims of ICE detaining people in Madison. We'll break down what we know at this time.
Records have been shattered across southern Wisconsin, including right here in Madison today. Will that record warmth last all weekend? And what's the latest on our rain chances? I'll let you know.
And later, the Madison clerk's office has a new leader, what she says she wants to focus on right now. And we welcome you to News 3 Now at 6. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Eric Franke.
And I'm Sarah Carlson. To a developing story tonight. Right now, nonprofits in Wisconsin are speaking out after claims of ICE detaining people in Madison on Wednesday.
Several Milwaukee-based nonprofits hosted a news conference after ICE activity in Dane County, also in Manitowoc County. Our Tanisha Shaw is breaking down what we know.
Several Latino organizations across the state are speaking out after reported ICE activity in Madison. Centro Hispano posted this on their Facebook. It says 7 people were arrested by ICE on Madison's northeast side Wednesday. Centro's post claims that this activity is the only recently confirmed presence of ICE in Madison. Friday, Forward Latino hosted a news conference in Milwaukee about those same claims.
Seeing what we believe to be the largest immigration detention action in the state, with a series of detentions taking place up in Manitowoc. Yesterday, we saw what happened in Madison. And truth be told, for some time now, we've seen a dramatic increase.
I reached out to Centro to ask specifically where this happened and who gave them this information, but they declined an interview. The executive director of Voices de la Frontera in Milwaukee says that 7 people were detained, and they're all construction workers.
Madison, of the 7 construction workers, we know that they were targeting one person. And again, it's just this larger, they're just grabbing who was there, right, in the home with them.
It's confirmed that ICE carried out immigration enforcement here in Madison on Thursday. The Madison Police Department sent this email early Friday afternoon. It says, quote, "We were made aware of their possible presence by trusted community partners, and we were later able to confirm it by contacting federal partners. Right now, we are still waiting to confirm if ICE made any arrests during this trip to Madison." The Madison Police Department said they will not provide any additional comments, and I have not heard back from the Dane County Sheriff Department. Reporting in studio, Tanisha Shaw, News 3 Now.
Tanisha, thank you again. This is a developing story. We will continue to provide updates as soon as we know more right here on News 3 Now. You can get notifications to your phone with our free Channel 3000 mobile app. Bond is set for the man accused of killing another man near Camp Randall Stadium last month. Keith Jones charged with first-degree intentional homicide in the death of Mark Tigular. The attack happened in the parking lot of Camp Randall back on September 20th. According to a criminal complaint, both men worked as security guards for Best Security. However, Jones had been fired 10 days before that incident for drinking on the job. The 2 men had also gotten into a fight on September 6th over a position held by Tigular. A judge set Jones cash bond at $1 million. His next court appearance scheduled for October 14th.
A woman is facing charges tonight after hurting 2 children in a crash and then also biting a police officer in Sun Prairie. At around 11:40 Wednesday night, police responded to a home on Hart Road. They claim the 34-year-old suspect put 2 children in a car inside of a closed garage while under the influence of drugs. She then drove the car with the children and a man inside through the closed garage door. Officers say while resisting arrest, the woman bit an officer on the hand. The children's injuries are not serious and are now in another family member's care.
Now to a disturbing story out of Barron County in northern Wisconsin, where a man is dead and a pregnant woman fighting for her life after a shooting inside an apartment there. According to the Barron County Sheriff's Office, the 2 victims, Tyler and Michaela Sadowski, were brother and sister. The shooter, identified as Michaela's boyfriend, was also found at the scene with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Officials say he posted a video of the shooting on the social media platform Snapchat. Police are now working to have that video taken down. Family members are now raising money to help cover medical costs for Michaela and her baby.
Well, turning to weather now, we saw some places with record-breaking temperatures, and it's going up. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington has all the details.
It is indeed. We are actually going to get warmer as we go into Saturday, warmer than what we experienced today. Our record in Madison at the airport, the old record was 85, set back in 2005 and a few other times in the 1900s. But today's high, we did 87 degrees, so we shattered that record for today. And as we look at our record or high temperatures overall, in southern Wisconsin, we shattered many records across southern Wisconsin. That 87 in Madison, near 90 in the Wisconsin River Valley. In fact, Sauk City got to 91. 88 in Janesville was the high temperature today, and 88 right along the Wisconsin-Illinois border. I feel like I'm showing temperatures on July 3rd. Not October 3rd. 88 is going to be that forecasted high for Saturday. The old record, 87 in 2005, that warm year. And Sunday, we're still forecasting highs of 85. The record set back in 1922, 86. So if we tie or break that record on Sunday, we will shatter a 100-year record on Sunday. But then there's some big changes in the forecast. There goes the record temperatures. Then we have a dose of fall reality as we go Wednesday into Thursday of next week. Those temperatures are normal for this time of year. But with that transition from the upper 80s down into the 60s, we're going to have some precipitation. Some rain is on the way for southern Wisconsin. We'll track it when I come back here in a little while.
And you can monitor the forecast for yourself with our First Warn weather app, hourly planners, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather. After a year of turmoil, the Madison clerk's office has a new person in charge.
For the Record, host Ellie La Liberté sat down with Lydia McComas in her first week on the job.
The new Madison City Clerk, Lydia McComas, says she's coming into the role with an eye on transparency. Her appointment comes after 193 absentee ballots went uncounted last November, triggering 2 different investigations. The incident led the former clerk to resign, and both investigations found she failed to act in accordance with her role. McComas, however, says she's not focused on the past and is ready to restore voter trust.
So trust is really built built in action. So making sure the public sees that we are being transparent, that we are upholding election law is very important. And so I think it'll take some time for some voters to build that trust back up in our office, but making sure that they know that they can come to us, they can call us if they have concerns about how things are run. We're always here for them.
McComas was previously the voter engagement coordinator for the largest county in Minnesota. You can hear how she says that experience will help her in this role in our interview this Sunday morning at 10:30 on For the Record.
Ellie, thank you. The government shutdown is delaying last month's jobs report. Typically, that report comes out on the first Friday of the month. The data vacuum comes at a time of uncertainty in the economy with rising prices and several months of downward revisions to the job reports. A new CBS News poll shows just over half of Americans surveyed call the job market, quote, bad, a tougher assessment than 6 months ago. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell has warned of the risk to employment.
In the labor market, there has been a marked slowdown in both the supply of and the demand for workers, an unusual and challenging development.
And the Fed could rely on other sources of information as it weighs whether to cut interest rates, like payroll giant ADP, which showed the private sector shedding 32,000 jobs last month. That includes cuts in construction and manufacturing, financial service sector, restaurants and hotels as well. The next Fed meeting wraps up on October 29th.
Well, the McFarland Community Ice Arena will soon celebrate the grand opening of its new Starion Bank rink and expanded facility. The arena is more than 30 years old and got a $3 million expansion. Now, that was funded in part by donations. The space includes a practice rink, new locker rooms, dryland training area, and an expanded lobby and conference room. The practice rink, called the Starion Bank Rink, is 50 by 90 feet with boards, benches, and a scoreboard, just like a regular rink. The grand opening ceremony is tomorrow from 4 to 8 p.m. Festivities include a ribbon cutting, unveiling of the donor wall, and tours of the new rink. The public is invited for open skate until 6 p.m. Well, coming up next, health experts raise awareness of breast cancer in men.
Plus, how advocates are walking to generate funds in the fight against domestic violence this weekend, how you can be a part of the message.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
This weekend, advocates against domestic violence will walk to raise funds for Domestic Abuse Intervention Services, the nonprofit. On Jackie's Wings honors the life of Jackie Kattinger. In 2023, Jackie was shot and killed by a domestic partner, leaving behind her young son. Since then, her family and friends have committed to raising awareness about how common domestic violence is. This event this weekend also raises money to a scholarship for Jackie's son, Calvin. The event is free. Donations will be accepted through through a GoFundMe page. Now, tomorrow's event begins at the Brittingham Park Pavilion at 10 a.m. The walk begins at 10:30 from Brittingham to the Capitol and back to the park. And if you or someone you know is dealing with domestic violence, you can always call the DAYS 24/7 helpline or text the number at the bottom of your screen. You can help find resources near you.
Well, when we think about breast cancer, we tend to think about women, but doctors say people need to understand it can also and does happen to men. About 2,800 men are diagnosed with breast cancer every year, just 1% of all cases. However, many men are diagnosed with advanced breast cancer because there are no recommended screenings for men.
So usually it's a change to your breast tissue, either thickening of the nipple areolar complex, a nodule in your breast tissue or in your chest area. It's something that's there and then doesn't go away.
Now, according to the American Cancer Society, research shows that genetic variations affect breast cancer risk in different ways for men and women, suggesting the biology of breast cancer in men and women differs. Still ahead on the Dane County Humane Society is hoping to increase the number of adoptions.
Plus, we're down to the final hours of our Coats for Kids drive, how you can help make our 40th annual campaign the best year yet.
And it's looking like a decent shot at more record-breaking temperatures over the weekend. Alex maps out the temperature outlook after the break.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
If you're looking to add a pet to the family, Dane County Humane Society is holding several waived fee adoption events throughout the month. Right now, the shelter is full, more than 200 animals, with many pets coming in from overcrowded shelters all across the country. Adoption fees for the Lonely Hearts Club members will be waived for the entire month. Now, those are pets who have been at the shelter for a long time or have some special needs. The Humane Society says it will announce more fee-waived and reduced fee adoption events on its website, that's giveshelter.org, and social media platforms as well. All adoptions are first come, first serve. In the 608, we're down to the final hours of our Coats for Kids drive. So far, we've collected 3,257 winter coats. We want to give a special thank you to the anonymous donors who dropped off 3 bags full of gloves and hats at the Clinky Cleaners location on campus.
And we're hoping to make our 40th annual campaign the best year yet. Josh Spreiter is in Madison with how you can still help us make a difference moving forward.
Well, it is the last couple of days here. We are down to just hours of our Coats for Kids, and this is our 40th annual year. We're trying to make it the best year yet. Joining us is Lindsay Brahms of the Boys and Girls Club. Lindsay, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Josh.
So, this is our final push. We've had a great start, but we still have a long ways to go.
We do. So our goal this year is 5,000 jackets. We're a little over 3,000, which is fantastic, but we still have a couple days left to hit our goal.
How can people help with this drive? Because there are multiple ways.
There are. So people can go to any Clinky Cleaners location here in Dane County, and there will be a bin like this, and people can drop off their gently used coats, and Clinky Cleaners will clean them, or folks can go to our website and purchase jackets from our Amazon wish list. Makes it super easy, or donate monetarily as well.
That's what is so nice about this, is we're giving plenty of ways for people to give back.
We are. We want to make it as easy as possible for folks, and just really have a great experience for those coming into our open house on the 24th.
And then once this wraps up tomorrow, then it's with the sorting. That's where we need volunteers.
We do. We need many volunteers to help us sort all the jackets at our at one of our club locations, and then on the distribution date as well. So folks can go to our website, bgcdc.org/Coats for Kids, and click on the sign up to volunteer link, and there's slots available.
We meant 5,000 coats for a reason, because you're seeing that need here in Dane County.
We are, definitely. Yeah, in years past, we've always sold out very quickly, and we're anticipating the same thing for this year as well.
All right, well, now's the time to give back. Lindsay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Josh.
And if you'd like to learn more, just go to the story up on channel3000.com. Again, Coats for Kids ends tomorrow. In Madison, I'm Josh Spreiter, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Josh. And we could see some rain later this weekend. We have Alex with the complete forecast.
And we could use those raindrops after all the warm temperatures, the record warmth that we're experiencing today. Take a look at our rainfall chances starting Sunday night and then getting into the scattered category as we go Monday into Monday night. Well, again, we'll take any raindrops that we can get with as dry as it has been. Here's that front coming in already Monday by the early morning hours before even work and school showers, maybe a couple isolated thunderstorms late Sunday night out towards Crawford, Richland, Sauk, Juneau, Adams counties. And then that front will sweep towards the south and east, just getting to near the Madison area right around 8, 9 o'clock on Monday morning with that line of showers. Again, a couple of claps of thunder can't be ruled out. But then that front will just hang out across the area as we go into Monday evening and Monday night. And with the energy riding along the front that helps lift the air, bringing us those shower and thunderstorm chances. And some places could pick up some decent amounts. I'll show you the amounts here in just a moment. And that front well south by the time we get into Tuesday. But then what will be coming in? Look at these green lines here. This is winds coming in from the north and northwest, ushering in much cooler temperatures. How much water are we talking here? This might be a bit overdone. I think an inch is probably going to be on the isolated side, but likely about a 1/4 to 1/2 inch widespread across all of southern Wisconsin with this front. But that will certainly be well appreciated for getting at least a couple of raindrops into the ground. Lows tonight, these are not the highs, these are the lows. The average low, 44 for this time of year, and we're in the low to mid 60s tonight with breezy conditions starting to build in. Those breezes coming in out of the southwest will be a bit on the dry side, and when you have dry air, the dry air heats up really quickly and it cools down as well. We'll do 88 in Madison, 88 in Lone Rock, 88 in Baraboo, 87 to 88, and some areas getting into the lower 90s. We can't rule that out as we go into Saturday. So yet another day of record temperatures. I'm going to say record heat even. 88 for that high in Madison, the old record 87. Even Sunday, we're very close to the record set back in 1922. So we could break a 100-year record if we do tie that and or get above 86 degrees. That record today, 87, so we shattered the 85 record set back in 2005. Definitely a toasty one here. And here's that dose of reality. Tuesday going into Wednesday. Here comes fall. It's finally on its way back here to southern Wisconsin, or making its full appearance, I should say, with more rain chances next Thursday going into Friday, and temperatures staying seasonably mild as we go into the following weekend, but not in the 80s, not near 90 degrees. That is all done. If you're heading to the big house tomorrow, get ready for a warm day. Temperature at kickoff will be at 80 degrees, if not in the low 80s. And after the game, temperatures in the middle to upper 80s. That's not what I generally think of for football weather, but, well, as Grandma Harrington used to say, it is what it is.
Alex, thank you. And this will make you feel a little bit more like the seasons are changing. The Badger women's hockey team hanging another banner tonight. Look at that. They're running out of room down there in the rafters. They got so many banners. Sports Director Andrew Banter live from LeBon Arena. Next in sports.
Welcome into LeBon Arena for Wisconsin women's hockey's home opener. And more importantly, as you can see behind me right now, there are 7 national titles hanging in the rafters here at LeBon. And where that blank spot is, the 8th will drop tonight as the Badgers celebrate their record 8th national championship from last season. All of those titles coming under Mark Johnson's 22 years at the helm. The sports winningest coach of all time says his team should enjoy the moment.
You have to enjoy the moment. They're special, and you certainly want to embrace them. And fans, and it's just a celebration. But the window of celebrating is about 10 or 12 minutes, and then the other team's ready to play, and you need to make sure you're ready to play.
And of course, it's also week 7 of the final drive. Later tonight on News 3 Now at 10, we'll have the highlights from 8 great high school football games. Our team is traveling across our area as we speak, from Darlington to Lake Mills to Evansville and much, much more. We've got you covered with the best high school football action around. Brad Davison was getting ready to play his next professional season of basketball a couple of days ago. That's when he got a call. After all, he was in Spain getting ready to go, but when Greg Gard called him with an opportunity of a lifetime, as he described it, he and his family packed up their apartment and came straight to Madison. The 5-year Badger star told his team that he was effectively retiring, which wasn't easy, but coming to coach at the school he played at was a no-brainer.
He's always been mature. I've always said he's one of the best leaders I've ever coached. And he was like that from day one. I think he understood and he learned as he came through his career that you have to lead in different ways based on the people in front of you you're trying to lead.
Being back in this gym, wearing the W, being in the coach's office, talking to the guys, and being back in the huddles, means the world to me. So even if it means getting hit in the chest by Coach Crab or taking a charge in an example drill and diving to the floor without a warm-up, I'm all for it. I'm all for it, and I'm ready to do anything I can.
Kyle Tucker, Brewers an out away from over to Milwaukee.
I-94 rivalry on steroids. The Brewers and the Cubs meet for the first time ever in the postseason. Freddie Peralta will get the ball for the Crew. We'll be there with them tomorrow in Milwaukee, and of course, we cannot wait. We've got women's hockey, we've got high school football coming up at 10, but don't go anywhere right now. To this week's episode of the Wisconsin Huddle with Wisconsin Volleyball's Jada Chernelia is right after this newscast at 6:30. So I'm going to get back to this game and send it back to you guys. We will see you all later tonight. For now, at LeBron Arena, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Sports.
Andrew, thank you. Quick final check with Alex.
Yes, we're going from summer to fall. All we got to do is just look at the 10-day. There you go. There's 90s by the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and then here comes fall by Tuesday and Wednesday. Temperatures in the 60s, and it will stay fall-like through the rest of the 10-day period.
Love it.
All right. Entertainment Tonight is coming up next.
Be sure to join us again at 10 o'clock. You can always find us streaming 24/7 on Channel 3000+. Thanks for watching.